welcome to PS with Jen. I am Jennifer Powell, and I am the owner and head injector at Powell Studio. For anyone who knows me knows that I love to educate and that I'm passionate about sharing all the things aesthetics. Today we're going to talk a little bit about one of my most favorite treatments that I perform here at Powell Studio and that I educate on globally. That is Sculptra aesthetics. So what is Sculptra? It is different than our standard dermal filler and something that I recommend to almost everybody that comes into Powell Studio. It's an injectable and it is PLLA. So that's polylactic acid, which is a sugar molecule. And what that does is it stimulates collagen. So type 1 collagen is something that we are losing rapidly. And when we start to notice signs of aging and loss of firmness of the skin and sagging of the skin, and widening or saddening of the eyes and changes of jowling, it is because we're losing not only collagen but volume. We have changes in the fat pads and in the muscle. We have loss of collagen, but also bone reabsorption. So a lot of people don't take into consideration that as we age, our skull is going to have changes and become smaller. Our jawline is going to retreat. And so we need to really be thinking about when we're restoring someone's concerns when they come in to share their symptoms with us that they want to address, the root cause of aging. And that is all of these things we just mentioned. And so when we are choosing to use Sculptra, it's for the person that has multiple areas of concern. And if you are young and you're just looking for, a quick, pickup, we can rebalance and create natural, harmonious results with dermal filler. But I'm still going to talk to you about Sculptra because this needs to be something that you're aware of for long-term planning. We can use it for prevention of aging, and we can also use it for correction. So if you have never had any dermal fillers or Sculptra and you're noticing these signs of aging, it's not too late. This is a biostimulator that we are going to place in all the areas that you are noticing signs of loss. And so as a provider, I'm going to assess globally. And what I mean by that is top to bottom. When you see someone out who that's had treatments and you're saying, oh, I don't want to look like that, I understand what you mean. And that is results that were only given because the person is only addressing certain areas of correction, and they're usually overfilling the cheeks to try and create a full lifting, and they're overfilling and widening the lower face to try and compensate and just treat marionette lines or just fill in this space here so that we are compensating for jowling. But really what they're doing is masculinizing and widening the face. When I think of Sculptra, I love to educate because we put it in all these hidden areas. We are going to be able to restore volume, in areas like the temple, in this preauricular space, but also into the hairline to create some natural lifting. If you feel into your hairline, you're going to see, oh my gosh, I actually have some loss back here behind my hair. And so when we're providing this incredible opportunity for lifting and restoring, it's in all those important areas that allow for our fillers to look more natural because everything is correction together. And so these areas of correction with Sculptra will only support your dermal filler to look more natural. When we overfill the cheek and we don't address these other areas, whether the provider is not experienced with Sculptra or they're concerned about the expense, there's a number of reasons why people don't offer Sculptra in their space. Sculptra came to fruition many years ago. It was originally created for HIV patients with debilitating facial wasting. And if you read about it online, you may see some negative comments of lumps and bumps and, poor outcomes. And that is because what they originally FDA approved it was not something that was driving wonderful results. It was something that the original patients that it was meant for didn't have many complaints about because they were so thrilled to have this restoration of this debilitating facial volume loss that they didn't care that they had lumps and bumps when it was being bolused in large amounts into the mid face. But we've realized that this is such a beautiful product that we've done more and more robust research to try and have better outcomes to just last year come out with a new FDA approval at a higher concentration of diluent so that we are mixing it in a larger volume. And we have added lidocaine to it as well to make it more comfortable when we are injecting it. I know injections can sometimes seem scary, but we're injecting this in 2 different planes. We are injecting in the subcutaneous, which is going to drive collagen stimulation and is going to strengthen the skin and help with lifting and restored volume. And we're also on periosteum, and that's going to help to prevent further bone loss and bone reabsorption, which is really important when we're thinking about widening of the eye socket and shortening of the jaw and widening of this deep piriform space, which is, widening the nares and elongating your ergotrid space, creating aging in many different ways. So with Sculptra, you can complement looking natural and making slow, progressive change. It's going to happen over a few months. In my space, we love to have treatments that happen once every 4 to 6 weeks. 5 weeks is a sweet spot for me because I notice that clients, although you get to leave your first session getting to see what you have to look forward to, it does take some time for you to have long-lasting change and results. And I tend to see that in between the second and third session. So I tell people, it's going to take a little bit of patience and time, but please bear with me and trust the process that you will be so happy you have committed to the Sculptra journey and having that be part of your aesthetic plan, because no matter what treatment you're doing, whether you're just washing your face, whether you're doing Botox, whether you decide to incorporate dermal fillers, or you're a surgical candidate that wants to have a facelift, Sculptra is only going to enhance and support all of them coming out even better, for them to last longer, and for you to be staying looking like you, just not tired, sad, or mad, but rested, refreshed, and happy. And to be in a harmonious way where all of your features are coming together naturally and supported the correct way. So you don't have to use an excessive amount of dermal filler to try and gain the same result that just always tends to look weird or off or just not right, more obvious. People can say, hey, nice cheeks, or they can say, oh, nice lips. And that's because you haven't taken the opportunity to support your entire structure. The entire global restore is going to create natural results that are longer lasting. The beautiful thing about Sculptra that I want to make sure we talk about is how long it lasts. So when we're seeking support or anti-aging with dermal fillers, I have my clients in every 6 to 12 months, depending on what areas we've addressed and how we want to maintain natural, long-lasting results that don't have us with big highs and big lows, but are in maintenance and stay looking natural for us. With Sculptra, this is an injectable that lasts up to 2 years. So although you'll initially start with me and have 3 sessions of treatment, you'll have 1 every 4 to 6 weeks times 3. And so when we finish our treatment plan at the 3rd month, I tell you, you have 7 more months that you're going to continue to stimulate and drive type 1 collagen before you start to taper off. So Sculptra has been proven to last up to 25 months. With that being said, I'm all about maintenance, and so I do recommend having a follow-up 3 months post your injections of Sculptra so that I can see how you stimulated and if we need to support any perfection or fine-tuning with dermal fillers. And then I end up having everyone come in once a year for a single session, and that allows for stimulation of collagen and maintenance and ongoing consistency with your treatment. I am going to, just like any other service, tell you that Sculptra is not the answer and the only thing you need to do. This still is incorporated with a complete treatment protocol at Powell's Studio. Our membership is an excellent way to maintain your results, and using the ZO products is something that we are proud to have an exclusive offering of, because we're so excited about the outcomes that people are driving, securing and supporting and protecting their investment that they've made with self-care in Sculptra. And then, discussing what is needed for, facial services or laser services to make sure that you are maximizing all that you can in your anti-aging journey. If you have any friends that would benefit from hearing this information about Sculptra, please share it with them. I hope that this conversation was helpful. Please let me know if you have any further questions. You can do so by visiting our website at www.thepowellstudio.com. And until we meet again, I hope you have a wonderful day.